Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of Doctor Stone season 4 on episode 2, or Doctor Stone Science Future on episode 2, which is season 4 anyway. Anyways, this episode right here was actually nice to see how things are, and we get to know a little history and how they managed to reach the location of where they needed to go. So if anything else, let's just get this started right away, okay? We get to see how Senku actually made some beer, and it was pretty risky because, beer always has its, nasty properties, especially when you're making it by hand, and one mess up can be very fatal, and how beer was made. Eventually, everyone has their own kind of drink made by Francois, which is Ryusei's, butler or caretaker, I guess, if you like to call it. I like to call her that either way. Other than that, we get to see one of our characters, Matsukaze, apparently is asked to have a drink with Ginro and the others. Unfortunately, he decides to talk about his past, about his previous master, and it involves the devices that he's actually very known for. And later on he talks about how it fell from the sky and how people started to use it, and they end up trying to kill each other or freeze each other in stone for it. Which apparently we all know that this device to petrify you, which apparently they used to save Tsukasa and all, we all know this thing is very much a dangerous kind of weapon depending on the situation, and it's very much bad. Very bad. Other than that, we get to see Matsukaze having to finish her story, how he managed to defeat many of the warriors who would abuse its power, and manages to give him the reminder to go after the people who made those kinds of weapons and make them pay. And he ends up having and of course, we get to know that he's a lightweight when it comes to alcohol, which really is funny and hilarious. Which I go I guess not everyone can handle their freaking liquor, Not everyone has the genes, or if they haven't trained themselves to handle alcohol, it's pretty much oh, I'm dead kind of thing. Other than that, we get to see that after much talk with Tsukasa and Senku, we got to see the talk with Senku and Tsukasa, and they end up explaining that they're gonna need Hyoga for training and for many other things. We all know Hyoga. He's the freaking crazy antagonist that tries to kill Tsukasa and tries to get Senku to revive only the rich and good and talented people kind of thing. Whatever the situation is. Other than that, they decide to revive Hyoga, and Hyoga asks for 2 more revives. That is Mozu and Homura Momiji. We all know Mozu. That guy's a freaking terrifying warrior when it comes to the Petrification Kingdom, other being Kirasame. Other than that, they decide to revive. Hyoga asks to revive Momiji, the right-hand man or right-hand woman of Hyoga, and Mozu, who apparently is the other guy who wants to bring him in. And we all know that these guys are pretty much very much an army that they're pretty much a deadly army. Combine that with Kohaku and Kirasame, you got pretty much a warrior group ready to knock them out. Well, along with Tsukasa, you're pretty much set. Other than that, me being cringe and all, they end up getting into a history lesson with Ryusei about Vikings and how they make a compass and have a sunstone, and using the sunlight to help them out to get to their location. Sadly, though, their bad luck comes about when it comes to rainy season, so it looks like to me they're about to be lost. But thanks to Chrome's resourcefulness or resources that he found, they actually made their own sunstone, which apparently Chrome is the second or right hand, almost second to smartest man in the crew, first being Senku. Chrome ends up making a sunstone that will lead them to their location. We didn't know how long it took, but it did give them some heavy storm situations, and of course they end up finding a giant iceberg. Everyone who knows about it is actually very happy to see it, and we get to see those who never saw it actually had the eyes popping out, going like, "What? Are you serious? That's impossible!" And then they see a bunch of whales. Then we see all the happiness again, and then those who were shocked about seeing icebergs and whales now, their eyes pop up further. I'm going, ha ha! Talk about a situation about them being on a crazy adventure. Other than that, they finally reached to the location of the Americas, which took a while, but they finally made it. So, looks like to me their next step is to get the resources they need to revive people, and of course build a rocket ship all the way to the moon, which will take a while, which we don't really know how long. But other than that, preview of next episode, or title of next episode, is Light Trap in the Darkness. So, looks like to me our friends finally made it, despite having some concerning ideas to revive 3 people, which is Hyoga, Mozu, and Momiji. But they will be very much well needed or useful. I didn't want to say that. Maybe I didn't want to say the word useful, maybe because it might sound a little offensive. Other than that, they will come in handy. Well, either way, how I'm gonna word it, it may sound a little offensive. Other than that, I look forward to the next episode, and I'm very much excited for what's to come. So until then, people, I'll see you guys later. I'm Alphazito. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.